Hi, I'm Lauren Walker-Lee, and this is Talking and Shopping, a show that takes the incredible artists and creatives in our city talking and shopping to hear about their creative career journeys while visiting some of the best boutiques in the city while we do it. Today we welcome fashion designer Adrienne Butikofer. Adrienne went beyond the sweatsuit when she created her line of athleisure wear, OKAYOK. Locally made and designed here in Toronto, Adrienne's line is filled with comfort, ease, and a pop of personality. Let's go meet the designer. So I always think it's best to start at the beginning. Can you let me know about your upbringing creatively and what led you to Toronto?
Well, I grew up in rural Manitoba, where I started sewing when I was 9 years old. My mom sewed, my grandmother sewed, so it was like part of my life. I actually went into school for science, but quickly realized that I had like a strong point of view in fashion, and so I switched over to a fashion program.
Do you remember when fashion or the idea of fashion entered your consciousness?
The very first item of clothing I made was this, it was like electric purple mini skirt that I made with like 3 trapezoids, and I had like contrast white stitching on it. I remember going to the mall with my friends and I was wearing it, and then we like bumped into this other group of girls from my school who I thought were like really cool, and they complimented me on my skirt. And then I was like, damn, like that was really cool. And I like made that skirt. So that was like a pivotal moment for me to like, you know, keep going.
You're a maker, you're a fashion designer, you sew, you cut your own patterns, you work with local factories. Is there a point in which the business graduates from that artisanal nature to a full-blown fashion business?
I think part of being a maker is, it's almost like you're an artist, but part of your artistry is figuring out how to make 100 copies of your art. You know, like you come up with the idea and then you execute it like many, many times. So it's like a little bit art, a little bit like product and manufacturing. So I do feel like the working with factories and all that is still part of being a maker. I've just kind of like graduated to that next level of makerdom where I have outside help.
You have a loyal following of fans who love your graphic tees. Can you tell me a little bit more about your made-to-order program as well as some of those graphic tees?
It's almost like as a small business, even though you can't make money without inventory still feels like something you should have as little of as possible of for some reason. So it's like overwhelming if you have a lot of stuff in stock. The confetti has been the hit of
And that one is technically
so that has been like such a popular one for us that we just kind of decided to cut it off. We're still making a little bit of it, but we're trying to like phase it out. So it's like we're hand cutting little pieces of confetti in the heat transfer vinyl and then arranging it all by hand on the garments and then putting it on with heat press, and then the confetti has to be peeled. And then we're pressing it again to make sure that it's on there really well. So the whole process is just like very labor intensive. And so we do have weeks where we feel like we're doing nothing but confetti.
True or false, there's a new color called drywall.
True. And I actually gave my dyer a piece of drywall and he completely just copied the shade.
Thank you so much for having us here in the studio. It's been amazing, but now you and me are going shopping. So we're gonna head to I Miss You Vintage on Ossington.
Amazing, I can't wait.
So we're here at I Miss You Vintage on Ossington. It's a staple to the neighborhood. It really helped shape the community. And the owner, Julie, has been a leader in the luxury resale and consignment space and was way ahead of the curve when it comes to extending the life of our clothes. It's the way fashion is going with a more mindful frame of mind.
100%.
Why do you think it's important to shop vintage?
You know, it just makes you appreciate things more, you know, because you're buying this like valuable kind of heirloom quality garment that makes you want to take care of it because it feels more precious.
So I have to bring up COVID. I would be remiss if I didn't ask how it was for you guys when back in March, like the whole world found themselves in sweatpants.
It was wild. Like I had no employees because I wasn't technically allowed to be open, but online was still open and I was running the whole thing on my own and like getting more orders than I never had before and like printing so much confetti and just like people wanted like the comfy, fun, happy garments to wear. The pandemic has affected people in so many different ways and some terrible ways, but I've been really lucky. I love the finishing of things when it's a high-end garment. I feel like that is really where the difference lies. You can see there's like probably some hand sewing involved. It's all like really fascinating to me. That's what I like. I bet you this would look really good on me.
It is. It would. It would. It would.
Big,
and then I was like, Balenciaga.
I know you want to buy something, Lauren.
I know. I always want to buy you something.
What's it gonna be? I think you should get it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's coming home. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, it was really great.
It was so good to see you and chat and catch up.
Awesome.
So we'll do it again.
I love you.